Yes.
Senator, so you were working on police reform. That bill stalled. I know that there was a lot of frustration there. So in the meantime, now you have calls from the mother begging for peace and for patience and even praying for the officers, and the First Lady saying we've got to be civil to each other. But all of that is falling on deaf ears as people run to their corners.
Yeah, no doubt. Dana, thank you for your show. Three powerful women, you and the two women you've just had on your show, really important examples of what America should look like. The pastor who opened up the press conference yesterday said, this is not a skin issue, this is a sin issue. What he was talking about was the powerful reality that this is less about the color of the skin, though that is a major part of it. This is about evil in the heart. That's the sin issue he was referring to. You listen to that mother praying for the police officers and asking the American family to come together. She wants justice. She wants clarity. And then couple that with the First Lady of the United States, a very graceful person, speaking eloquently about the necessity of learning from people who are not like yourself. Put those two together on your show, you have a powerful three-legged stool of what makes our country stable. It's when powerful women stand up and are counted. If we, the people, will listen and learn and follow, we will find resolution to our major issues and solutions that will move our country forward. Our police reform bill provided that kind of solution. In that legislation was de-escalation training. It was bias training. Though we were resourcing the very situation you saw play out, I think with police reform passed, perhaps those departments would have more resources for more training so fewer people, particularly African-American males, would be shot, especially in the back in that situation. I think it really is a hard issue, and both women spoke eloquently about the necessity of addressing this from the inside out and not from the outside in. And that's what you see in the streets. The violence is outside in, and that only begets more violence. It's a sad,
and we're going to talk
situation.
A little bit more in the middle of this show. We're going to talk a little bit about the business owners who have now also been victimized because of the violence and looting. The Democrats, they say that the Republicans are sowing fear and division. Let me read to you. The GOP promised optimism, but like the past 4 years of Trump's leadership, they delivered nothing but fear and division. We need a president that will put an end to this darkness and unite our country. We need Joe Biden, not 4 more years of Trump chaos. How do you feel on day 3 of the RNC convention? Do you think that it has been fearful and divisive?
Well, the light was shining last night, as I said before. Our First Lady did a fabulous job of weaving together the story of America. As an immigrant who came to this country and for 10 years worked to become a citizen, she understands that process, sometimes painful. My sister-in-law immigrated from Korea. It took her 10 years as well, or 7 years, to get her become a citizen. So the story that they're telling is a very important part of the story. If that's not an encouraging story, I don't know what is. Daniel Cameron's performance last night was fabulous.
Can I show you just a little bit of Daniel Cameron?
He did a really good job.
I want to show you a little bit of him.
Do.
Take a look.
Let's take a look.
Mr. Vice President, look at me. I am black. We are not all the same, sir. I am not in chains. My mind is my own. And you can't tell me how to vote because of the color of my skin.
Tim Scott, I was thinking of you last night. So that young man is 34 years old. What kind of a future do you think he has in the Republican Party and in America?
You know, I texted him last night. He and I had dinner Monday night before I spoke. And that guy could easily be a future president of the United States. He is doing a fabulous job, growing up very quickly in a big job. He is a powerful speaker. But more importantly, he has a good soul. He's a good person. He's intelligent. He worked on the Hill, went home to Kentucky. He's going to make a difference in his state. And there is no ceiling above his head.
It's great to have you, as always, and hope to have Daniel Cameron on soon as well. Thank you, Senator Tim Scott.
Thank you, Dana.